County Schools would like to remind everyone that the athletes performing tonight are friendly rivals as members of opposing teams. The theme of interscholastic athletics is that of friendly competition. The visiting team in every interscholastic game is against the home team and is expected to be so regarded and treated. Profanity and vulgar cheers are abusive to other spectators and also a reflection of your school and community. This type of behavior will not be tolerated. People involved in this type of activity will be asked to leave with no refund or re-entry and may be banned from future contests or even cause your school to be placed on probation. A reminder that the use of alcohol, drugs, and tobacco are forbidden in all Mississippi high school activities. Air horns and bullhorns with sirens are not allowed at athletic events. Trash containers are located around all the bleachers and are expected to be used. Please don't drop trash through the bleachers in the event that there's someone walking under you. Your cooperation is greatly appreciated. Good afternoon, baseball fans, and welcome to the campus of West Lauderdale High School at Jerry Butler Field. This afternoon's contest features the visiting Leake Central.
Good evening, and welcome to Jerry Butler Field, the campus of West Lauderdale High School, where tonight your 14th ranked West Lauderdale Knights will be taking on Leake Central in the opening of district play for the 2024 season.
Starting at center field, number 2, Michelle LaFleur.
We go through the starting lineups. Leake Central comes in with a record of 0-5. Leading off for Leake Central will be Marshawn LaFleur playing center field. Hitting second will be Christian Carson playing shortstop. Jasol Harris will be your third baseman and hit third. In the cleanup position will be Justice Britt and he'll also be on the mound. In the fifth hole will be Jadarius Mitchell and playing second. In the sixth hole, Davian Townsend in the catching duties. Batting seventh will be Jonah Fisher and play right field. Gabe Brown will be your first baseman and hit eighth. And Justin Triplett will play left field and hit ninth. The Leake Central Gators are coached by Greg McBride and assisted by Jamal Russell. The Knights come in 14th ranked in the state, as I mentioned, with a record of 6-2. Jacob Wooten will lead off and play shortstop. Owen Shirley get the duties behind the plate and hit second. Cannon Graham will be the three-hole hitter and play second base. Leeds Jenkins will be in the cleanup position playing first. Carson Smith will be a designated hitter and hit fifth. Hunter Russell will play left field and hit sixth. Caden Peoples will be your center fielder and hit seventh. In the eighth hole will be Cody Pickford and he'll play third base. And rounding it out will be Carter Horton in right field. The Knights are coached by Jason Smith, assisted by Jody Hurst, Dustin Hamrick, and Cam Partridge.
The Knights are led by head coach Jason Smith, assisted by Jody Hurst, Dustin Hamrick, and Cameron Partridge. At this time, we would like you to stand and remove your hats for the invocation of the playing of the national anthem. The invocation will be provided by senior West Lauderdale student Hunter Moore.
Please bow your heads. Lord, we come to you as humble as we know how to, God. We just want to thank you for the day, God. We just want to thank you for this time that we get to play the sport we all love, God. God, keep your hand over the players, Lord, as they play the sport, God. Help them do it with great intentions and shine and show you through everything they do, God. Help everybody as they come to the game tonight and help everybody as they go home safe, God. Thank you most of all for sending your son Jesus down the cross. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Starting pitcher for the Knights is Caden Boswell. Boswell comes in having hurled 19 innings up to this point in the season. He's got a record of 2-0. He's only given up 3 earned runs to this point. He's got a 1.105 ERA. Struck out 25 on the season, so Boswell's leading the Knights in the strikeout category on the mound. He's got 25. Carter Horton's got 13. While we're warming up, we'll go through what's happened recently in West Lauderdale baseball. So back on February 23rd, the Knights played Marshall Academy, won by a score of 3-1, and Caden Boswell got the victory there, throwing a complete game, giving up 3 hits, 1 earned run, struck out 8. Hunter Russell was the offensive highlight, went 2 for 3. The Knights then turned and faced 7A Power Madison Central, dropped that game 0-10. It's a tough act. Playing Madison Central is a tough game for anybody. The Knights, Landry Maxwell got the loss with 1.2 innings, gave up 3 runs, 1 of which was earned. Struck out 2. Carson Smith went 2 for 3 in the game. Then the Knights turned and played 7A Clinton. They won that game by a score of 11-3. Rylan Kennedy was the winning pitcher, went 5 innings, gave up 2 hits, 2 walks, 2 Ks. Jacob Wooten went 3 for 4, scored 2 runs. Cannon Graham had 2 doubles, went 2 for 4, 3 RBIs. Nice day for Cannon. Leeds Jenkins also 2 for 4, 2 RBIs and a couple of doubles. So a couple of offensive standouts right there against Clinton. Knights then took Brandon by a score of 2-1, and then Ocean Springs by a score of 4-1. So now the Knights open district play. Knights in district remain 4A. Their district's a little different. Lake Central, Choctaw Central, Northeast Lauderdale, and Newton County. So Knights drop Kosciuszko, pick up Newton County. Newton County's always a rivalry. Boswell gets the first pitch across for a strike. Another pitch down the center. Count moves to 0-2. Marshawn LaFleur is leading it off for the Gators. Pitch inside, 1-2. Boswell fastball center cut. So 4 pitches, 1 strikeout. That'll bring up Christian Carson, shortstop. Ball low, 1-0. I think Boswell thought that was right at the knees, but called low by the behind the plate umpire. Ball in the dirt right there. Count moves to 2-0. Good break-in pitch from Caden. Center cut. Count moves to 2-1. Don't know if you can tell on the broadcast, but the Knights have a brand new scoreboard. Out in left center, fouled off. Counts 2-2. Looks fantastic. It's got the miles per hour on the scoreboard, not off to the right like it used to be, or below the scoreboard like it used to be. Balls and strikes at the top, scores at the bottom. It says the Kingdom on the top and Jerry Boatner Field underneath. So that's a great addition to Jerry Boatner Field. It looks a whole lot easier to read. It's a fantastic addition. So Carson coaches a walk out of Boswell. And that'll bring up Jasol Harris, the third baseman for the Gators.
Your next batter, third baseman, number 3.
Inside pitch called inside. Ball 1-0. Good fastball center cut. Another good fastball. So Boswell ahead now 1-2 with 1 out, running on first. 0-0, top half of 1. Going to play 2 here today, 2 district games. Ball called low. That is definitely a borderline pitch right there. It's tough. Tight zone from the umpire behind the plate at this point. That's strike 3. Basel gets that one center cut. So now 2 outs. And that'll bring Justice Britt to the plate, the pitcher for the Gators.
The 2 outs, the batter for pitcher number 1, Justin Britt.
Swing and a miss. Fastball from Caden, moves the count to 0-1. Count runs to 0-2. Fastball at the knees. League Central chose to come here and play 2. But weather caused the cancellation of the Tuesday game. Ball outside, 1-2. Swing and a miss. And so Basel retires the side via the strikeout. The Gators strand 1 going to the bottom half of the first. No runs for the Gators. Knights coming to the plate.
And that happened to the Gators. There were no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. Due up to the Knights, Jacob Wooten, Owen Sherry, and Cannon Graham. Game balls for the Knights game are provided by Chris McDonald, your local State Farm agent.
So Jacob Wooten will lead off the bottom half of the first. Wooten comes in hitting .333, 2 doubles, 2 RBIs, 7 runs scored. Fastball at the knees. Wooten fouls off straight back. Gators got nothing in the top half of the first. Breaking pitch. Evens the count at 1-1. Ball up, 2-1. Ball high, 3-1. So based on Caden's first inning, on the mound for the Knights, the umpire's got a relatively small strike zone. Wooten's going to coax a walk out of it. You really don't want a walk fest here. Knights would like to hit, score runs that way. But we'll see how it develops as the game moves on. Wooten stands at first via the free pass. Owen Shirley coming to the plate. Owen's hitting 250. One double, 2 RBIs. Fly ball out to right field. Right fielder comes in. Trying to get a beat on it. Can't make the play. Slides. Ball just falls just in front of the right fielder. Try to make a sliding effort at it. Couldn't quite get there in time. So Shirley reaches first base on what I would assume is a hit since the before it hit the ground. And that'll bring Cannon Graham to the plate. Cannon's hitting 241 to this point in the season. 1 triple, 7 RBIs, 5 runs scored. Cannon and Leeds Jenkins. Leeds got 6 RBIs. Cannon has 7 to this point in the season. That's your 2 RBI producers right now. Leeds stands on deck. Ball up. Count moves to 1-0 on Graham. Breaking pitch. Graham fouls off to the left-hand side. Count evens up, 1-1. There goes Wooten, stealing third. Ball's thrown to third, not in time, and the double steal's in order. Knights have put in Cooper Rayner at first as a courtesy runner for Shirley. Sorry I missed that, but Rayner took second. Wooten took third. On the double steal from the Knights, counts 2-1. Ball outside, 3-1. Nobody out. Ball in, that'll load them up. So, Graham receives the second walk of the inning. And that'll bring Jenkins to the plate. So I mentioned just a minute ago, Jenkins is the second leading RBI producer on the team to this point in the season. Leeds comes in hitting 400, 2 home runs, 6 RBIs, 7 runs scored, and Jenkins gets plumped. So that'll drive in the first run of the game for the Knights as Jenkins takes one off the backside of his left arm. The bases remain loaded and Carson Smith comes to the plate. Carson Smith's your average leader on the team, hitting .409. 5 RBIs, 2 runs scored. Knights take the lead 1-0.
With the bases loaded, the batter is the DH, number 26, Carson Smith.
Breaking pitch up. 51-mile-an-hour breaking pitch. Carson's probably going to wait on that for it to get all the way to the plate before he decides what he's going to do. Carson sends a fly ball, kind of got it off the handle, out behind second base. Nobody's going to get it. And one run's going to come on for the Knights. So Smith reaches on a high fly single, which nobody touches. That'll move the score to 2-0 Knights. That'll bring Hunter Russell to the plate. Hunter comes in hitting .320, 2 doubles, 5 RBIs, 3 runs scored. Off to a good start to the season. Bases loaded for the Knights, 2-0. Top of the first, ball up and away. There's a line drive right over the shortstop's head. Good job of hitting by Russell. Knights will play station to station right here and take a 3-0 lead. And that'll bring up Caden Peoples.
The batter is the center fielder, number 22, Caden Peoples.
Caden's kind of gotten a little bit of a late start in baseball. Basketball went pretty deep in the playoffs. Just trying to hit his stride here early in the season. Caden a little bit out in front of that. Moves to count to 0-1 on a breaking pitch. Peoples has a tremendous amount of power. Big, strong youngster. Ball low. County was up 1-1. Knights lead 3-0. Knights to this point have 3 runs on 3 hits. Helped out by some walks and maybe some plays that should have been made by the Gator defense. It wasn't. Another ball low, 2-1. Ground ball from Peoples, hit to the shortstop. Shortstop was going to flip it to second. Second baseman didn't get there in time, and Peoples has himself an infield hit. Run comes home. Nice lead, 4-0.
Your next batter, the third baseman, number 6, Cody Pickford.
That'll bring up Cody Pickford to the plate. Pickford hitting .250. 1 RBI. Ball inside, 1-0. All up 2-0. Knights lead 4-0 on 4 hits. Bases still loaded. Still nobody out. Bottom half of the first. There's a strike from Britt. Swing and a foul straight back from Pickford. Count evens up 2-2. Foul ball off to the right-hand side, out of play. Knights are just starting district play. Leake Central's the first round of district play for this season. Ball 3 outside. Count moves to 3-2. As we said before, Knights have Leake Central, Choctaw Central, Northeast Lauderdale, Newton County in their district. Top 4 teams go to the playoffs. So in between those games, Knights have sandwiched in some pretty good competition, like they normally do, especially for weekend games. That's ball 4. It's going to drive in another run. The score is going to move to 5-0. So Pickford coaches the walk. And that'll bring Carter Horton to the plate. Carter comes in hitting 133. 1 double, 1 RBI.
The letter to right fielder, number 11, Carter Horton.
Ball on the house just off the corner. So the Knights have between Leake Central and Choctaw Central, which is the next game. They play Southeast this Saturday, followed by Starkville this Saturday, both here at Jerry Boatner Field. Ball outside again, 2-0. Then during next week, they play Brandon at Neshoba Central, and then back home against Northeast Jones on Saturday, March 16th, before they have another round of district play against Choctaw Central. Knights have put some tough competition on the schedule, but that usually bodes well for playoff time. You want to see some difficult competition, especially if your district has relatively weak competition on the weekends. You definitely want to play somebody that's to step up above you. Horton drives one out to right field. Right fielder coming on, can't make the play, falls in front of him. And so Horton will have himself an RBI and a base hit. The Knights will run the score to 6-0 on 5 hits. That'll flip the order back to Jacob Wooten.
Your next batter is shortstop number 25, Jacob Wooten.
Wooten walked his last time up. Ball up. Scored a run. So Knights have batted around here in the bottom half of the first. And so after the Knights play Choctaw Central in district, they'll play Northwest Rankin. So the Knights have on their schedule ball outside, 2-0. Knights have on their schedule 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 18. 7, 7, 18s. So they're definitely stepping out for competition on the weekends outside of district. Fouled off by Wooten. Jacob has the count at 2-1 in his favor. Knights lead 6-0. 5 hits, several walks from the Gators. Ball up. Cade's going to come home, score the 7th run. Knights will now have runners at 2nd and 3rd. Still nobody out in the inning. Wooten flies one out to right field. Right fielder makes the play. Knights will tag up in advance. That'll run the score to 8-0. As Jacob Wooten gets a sac fly to get the run home. And Owen Shirley will come back to the plate. Shirley 1 for 1 so far in the game. It's tough. The Knights, you know, are used to seeing something in the 80s, mid 80s probably, maybe high 70s. And that'll plunk it Owen in the back. And that'll be the second or third hitter that Britt's hit here in this inning. Shirley will advance to first. Owen's looking for a courtesy runner. And instead, I believe the Knights just decided to roll the inning over and be settled with scoring 8 in the bottom of the first.
And that half inning for the Knights, there were 8 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on base. Due up to the Gators, Jadarius Mitchell, Davion Townsend, and Jonah Fisher.
So it looks like the Knights are going to move Hunter Russell to the mound. So Russell comes into the game with a 4.2 ERA. Struck out 3 on the year. He's got 1 save. He's pitched 3.1 innings, so pretty good start for Hunter. Looking to see if there's any more changes. Boswell has gone to left field. Everything else, I believe, has remained the same as it was before.
On the mound for the Knights, number 1, Hunter Russell. To lead off for the Gators, the second baseman, number 18, Jadarius
Good
Mitchell.
fastball from Russell. Jadarius Mitchell will lead off, followed by Davion Townsend and Jonah Fisher. And Mitchell's the Gators' second baseman. 2 quick strikes from Hunter. There's another one. So Russell commands the strike zone on 3 pitches. That'll bring up Davion Townsend.
With 1 out, that is catcher number 10, Davion Townsend.
Another strike from Russell, 4 in a row. Good location right there, inside corner at the knees. Well placed by Hunter. Moves the count to 0-2. Fastball up, 1-2. Swing and a miss. So 2 quick outs from Russell via the strikeout. That'll bring up the right fielder, Jonah Fisher.
For 2 outs, that is right fielder, number 11.
Swing and a miss from Fisher. Inside fastball, low. Count moves to 1-1. 2 outs in the inning. Another swing and a miss. 1-2 count. There's strike 3, and Russell comes in, strikes out the side. So going into the bottom half of the second, Knights will carry 8-0 lead.
That half of the inning for the Gators, there were no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. Due up for the Knights, Cannon Graham, Leake Jenkins, and Carson Smith. To lead off for the Knights, the second baseman, number 5, Cannon Graham.
So Cannon Graham comes to the plate, walked his last time up. Knights carrying an 8-0 lead in the bottom of the second. Graham strokes a single right up the middle on the first pitch. That'll bring Leeds Jenkins to the plate.
The next batter is first baseman, number 3, Leeds Jenkins.
Leeds was hit by a pitch last time up. Called strike. Swing and a miss from Jenkins. Count moves to 0-2. Jenkins is the home run leader for the Knights this point in the season. Has 2 to his credit. Count moves to 1-2 on the ball. Inside evens it up 2 apiece. Knights lead 8-0. Bottom of the second. Knights have 8 runs on 6 hits. Coach 3 base on balls from the Gator pitcher. A couple of hit batters have helped the calls. Line shot right past the third baseman from Jenkins. Graham's going to do a fantastic job and go first to third on that play. So that'll put runners on the quarters. It's important on a base hit. If you can get first to third on a base hit, especially with nobody out, the likelihood of you scoring is just greatly increased. It's an underrated part of baseball, is taking that runner from first to third on a single. Carson Smith will come to the plate. Carson 1 for 1, an RBI, run scored. Ball up. Count moves to 1-0. Breaking pitch that Carson waited on just about as long as he could. That had to look nice coming in there. He just couldn't hold back long enough. Jenkins is at first. I don't see Coach Smith sending him the way this game has played out to this point. Count moves 2-1. Jenkins is holding over there at first base. This is one of 2, as I mentioned earlier. We played the second district contest at the completion of the first game. Count moves to 3-1. Swing and a miss from Smith. Count moves to 3-2. Tip that right into the glove. Not a complete miss. Foul ball. Ball 0 and away. That'll be a walk. Knights will have bases loaded, nobody out. And Hunter will...
The batter's pitcher, number 1, Hunter Russell.
Hunter Russell coming to the plate. Ball in the dirt. 1-0 count. 2-0 count. All low, 3-0. Fouled off to the right-hand side. Count moves to 3-1. If I'm a night hitter at this point, if I anything close to the strike zone, I'm trying to pad my average. Ground ball hit to third baseman. Third baseman fields it cleanly. Throw to first. And short hop gets past the first baseman. Knights will score at least 2. Hold up at second and third. That'll make the score 10-0 West Lauderdale. That'll bring Caden Peoples to the plate. Caden's 1 for 1. RBI. Run scored.
Your next batter is the center fielder, number 22, Caden Peoples.
Now we got Carson Smith at third, Hunter Russell at second. Caden at the plate. Caden takes a breaking pitch up and away. Pass ball will score Smith. Russell will move to third. That'll make it 11-0 Knights. So Smith scores on a pass ball. Peoples does a good job waiting as long as he possibly could and fouling that breaking pitch off. Had his hands in a good position. The ball was just maybe a little bit inside. Okay, Caden did a good job keeping his hands back to the last possible second just to fight that off. Ball outside, count moves to 3-1. There's a drive from Caden. Going to get over the right fielder's head. Get up against the Mr. Discount sign out in right field. And that's going to drive in a run. And so Caden has a stand-up double, and the Knights run their lead out to 12-0. Coach Smith's going to pinch run for Caden.
Your next batter is the third baseman, number 6. Cody Pickford.
Zayden Moore will be a pinch runner. Cody Pickford will come to the plate. Cody walked his last time up. Ball outside. Knights lead 12-0 on 8 hits. Good breaking pitch from Britt. Calls the inside corner. Evens it up at 1-1.
Number 8, Zayden Moore.
Ball in the dirt. Count moves to 2-1. All for that. Going to appeal to the umpire. He says didn't go. So the count moves to 3-1. I would look maybe after this inning if the Knights continue. If they have to play a couple of more, if they have to play 4, I'm not sure how that goes. Pickford to draw the walk. If they have to play a couple more innings, I look for the Knights to make some wholesale changes to the lineup, get some younger kids some at-bats and some experience.
The batter's right fielder,
I know 4 is normally a complete game when it concerns the run rule, but I don't know if Leake Central will continue. If they'll want to play 4, if they'll continue and just try to flip it over, play another game here in 30 minutes after the completion of this one. One and 0. Ball inside. Pickford stands at first. Moore at second. Moore's in for Caden Peoples. Probably the best hit ball of the night was by Caden up against the Mr. Discount sign from Collinsville. Out in right field. The Knights thank Mr. Discount for their support. Ball up again, 3-0. So Carter Horton at the plate. Carter singled his last time up, drove in a run. Carter drives one out to right field again, and it gets past the right fielder. Go rolling up against the Commercial Bank sign. Out in right field, Carter's going to round and head for third with a stand-up triple. And Carter drives in 2 runs. Hard hit ball. Right fielder dove, couldn't get it. And he'll have himself a stand-up triple on the night. So Carter's having him a good night. 2 for 2, 2 RBIs.
The batter number 35, Cooper Rayner.
That'll bring up Cooper Rayner. Pitch inning for Wooten. Cooper Rayner, it's a ground ball out to short. Short backhands it, throws to first. Ball gets past the first baseman, and Rayner's going to advance to second on the errant throw from shortstop. So Cooper Rayner would get himself an RBI. Horton comes in from third. And that'll bring up Owen Shirley. Shirley's 1 for 1 on the night.
Catcher number 13, Owen Shirley.
Ball up. Knights have pushed the lead out to 15-0. They have 15 runs on 9 hits. Been helped by 5 Gator walks. Knights have 13 RBIs to this point in the game, so it's an offensive onslaught helped by a little bit of shaky defense and some free passes. Owen takes 2 balls. The count moves to 2-0. Fouled straight back. Good cut from Shirley. Count moves to 2-1. Still nobody out in the inning. Ball in the dirt, gets away from the catcher. Rainer will move up to third. And that hits Shirley. Shirley will take the free pass to first. That's going to bring up pinch hitter Landry Maxwell.
Pinch runner number 42, Travion Mosley.
Travion Mosley will be a pinch runner at first.
Maxwell.
Maxwell's going to hit for Graham. Ball gets away from the catcher. Knights are just going to hold their position. Scores 15-0. And just as I suspected, Coach Smith's going to get some of the younger players some at-bats and some time in the field. Get them a little bit of real game experience. Ball outside. Still nobody out. No action in the Knights bullpen. Ball ends. Counts 2-1. Fouled off, left-hand side, evens it up 2-2. So Maxwell will step back into the box, 2-2 count. Knights have runners in the corners. And hold a 15-0 lead. Maxwell check swings right over the second baseman's head, can't make the play. Maxwell will have a single and an RBI. And the Knights have decided to go ahead and roll it over. Knights will carry a 16-0 lead into the top half of the third.
On the mound for the Knights, number 22, Caden Peoples. Leading off for the Gators, the first baseman, number 23, Gabe Brown.
So Gabe Brown coming to the plate. Caden Peoples is taking the mound. Ball outside 1-0. Knights have wholesale substitutions in the field. See if we can go through them for you. Caden Peoples with an 84-mile-an-hour fastball, center cut. Looks like the Knights have Xavier Thompson playing first. Ball low. Rylan Kennedy has come in at third. Good fastball from Peoples. Count evens up 2-2. Knights lead 16-0. 16 runs on 10 hits. Swing and a miss, so one quick out for Peoples.
Going out the back is the left fielder, number 7, Justin Triplett.
Looks like Tanner Spears has come in to play second base. Good pitch from Peoples. Moves the count to 0-1. One out in the inning. I think Jaden Moore is in center. Swing and a miss. Count moves quickly to 0-2. Cooper Rayner's playing shortstop. Counts 1-2, one out. Knights lead 16-0 here in the top of the third. Ball low and away, 2-2. Another fastball, center cut. Another strike. Owen Shirley's remained behind the plate. I'm sure Coach Smith wants Shirley and Peoples to work together a little bit here in some live action. We'll definitely be needing Caden's arm later in the season. Caden's mid-80s right now in his velocity, 82 to 84. And that will probably only grow as he gets in baseball shape coming over from basketball. Swing and a miss, moves the count quickly to 0-2. So now there's 0-2 count, 2 outs, top of the third. Ball low, 1-2. Good location for Peoples, just didn't get the call. Swing and a miss, and that'll do it. Knights will retire the Gators in order. And through 2.5, West Lauderdale leads 16-0. See if they're going to call this first game 16-0 here in the top of the third, bottom of the third, and it looks like indeed they will. I saw the first base umpire give the complete game sign. And so yes, the Knights will take game one by a score of 16-0. Knights will have 16 runs on 10 hits. League Central, no runs on no hits. Knights committed no errors. The only blemish on the Knights' night was the base on balls. Otherwise, it would have been perfect across the board. Highlights are a double from Peoples, a triple from Carter Horton. Hunter Russell had 3 RBIs. Caden Peoples went 2 for 2 with 2 RBIs. Leeds Jenkins 1 for 1. 2 runs scored. Carson Smith 1 for 1, 2 runs scored. Caden Beisel is going to qualify for that win Had 3 pitchers go 1 inning apiece. Boswell went 1 complete, walked 1, struck out 3. Hunter Russell went 1, struck out 3. Caden Peebles went 1, struck out 3. So the Knights gave up nothing on the mound. So we will start the second game, I would say probably in 15 to 20. Give enough time for the pitchers to warm up, so maybe 20 minutes. And then we'll be back on the broadcast. We're going to leave it running. So give it about 20 minutes, tune back in, watch game 2. This is Marcus Willis. Be back in about 20. So welcome to Game 2 between the Leake Central Gators and the West Lauderdale Knights, the opening round of district play in Class 4A North. It's like the Knights will have a few defensive changes. They're going to have Riley and Kennedy playing third. Everything else looks to be pretty much the same. Ridge Brown will see his first action of the season, coming back off a little layoff. So Ridge finishes his warm-up tosses, and we'll start Game 2. Knights won the first game 16-0. Marshawn LaFleur, the center fielder for the Gators.
To lead off the Gators.
Lead off.
Number 2, Marshawn LaFleur.
Carter Horton's in right. Breaking pitch from Ridge starts off. Strike over the outside corner. Caden Peoples in center. That's Caden Boswell out in right. 2 quick strikes from Brown. Riley Kennedy at third. Jacob Wooten at short. Cannon Graham at second. And 3 pitches, 1 out. Leads Jenkins at first. So Ridge comes in, does exactly what he wanted to do. 3 straight strikes and records the first out of the game via the strikeout.
Your next batter, number 8, Christian Carson.
Christian Carson, the shortstop for the Gators, comes up. Good fastball from Brown right down the center cut. Ground ball. Hit well. Graham ranges over, makes the easy play to first base. So 2 pitches from Ridge on the second hitter, records the second out.
Batter number 3, Jason Harris.
Saul Harris coming to the plate. Strike on the outside half. Ridge comes in just throwing strikes right on that outside corner. Good location. Fastball popped up. Jenkins comes over in foul territory, makes the play. So Brown records 1, 2, 3 in the top half of the first. We'll go to the bottom half. Leake Central scores 0. West Lauderdale coming to the plate.
And at the end for the Gators, there were no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. Give up to the Knights. Jacob Woodson, Cannon Graham, and Caden Peoples. On the mound for the Gators, number 11, Jonas Fisher.
So we'll run through the order for the Knights. I did have a mistake there in the top half of the first. That's Bo Bryan getting the catching duties in Game 2 tonight. And Jacob Wooten will lead off. Cannon Graham will be in the 2-hole. Caden Peoples hit third. Leeds Jenkins will be your cleanup hitter. Hunter Russell in the 5-hole. Andrew Maxwell will be your designated hitter for Ridge Brown at 6. Riley and Kennedy playing third or at seventh. Bo Bryan will hit in the 8th slot and have the catching duties, and Caden Boswell will play right field and hit 9th. Jonah Fisher played right field in the first game, and he'll get the duties on the mound here in the second.
Lead off for the Knights, the shortstop, number 25, Jacob Wooten.
Jacob Wooten will be lead off the bottom half of the first of the Knights. Check swing. Umpire says he went around. Count quickly 0-1. So in the first game, League Central's pitching had a little trouble throwing strikes. So Fisher gets ahead 0-1, something the first game they were unable to do. Quickly follows that up with a pitch behind Wooten, so the count evens up at 1-1. Ball in the dirt, 2-1. Ball up and behind Jacob. There's the count to 3-1. The Knights would much rather hit, but you can't fault them for taking those pitches. They're not competitive by any means. There's one, a little bit low. Jacob takes a swing at it, fouls it off the left-hand side. Count runs full, 3-2. Ground ball, hit the third. Third baseman fields it cleanly, throws to first. In time. League Central records the first out of the inning. Jacob Wooten grounds to third base and 5-3 putout. That'll bring Cannon Graham to the plate.
With one out, the bat is the second baseman, number 5, Cannon Graham.
Ball up, 1-0. League Central retired in the top of the first. We're in the bottom of the first of the second game. Score 0-0. The Knights, of course, won the first one 16-0. Ball up, 2-0. Excuse me, 3-0. And there's ball 4, 4 straight pitches. Graham's coaxes the free pass to first. That'll bring Caden Peoples to play.
Caden Peoples.
So I am fairly certain that Cannon will probably take off on the first pitch, and he does. That ball rounds. Cannon rounds second, and the ball gets past the catcher. So now the Knights have the lead run at third base. Graham in a huge jump off of first. Ball in the dirt in the left-hander's batter's box. Took a hard hop straight back to the fence. Graham heads up play to take third. Ball up, 2-0. Breaking pitch, drops it across the inside corner, moves the count to 2-1. Ball low. Count moves to 3-1. So I'm sure Caden has the green light right here. Anything in strike zone, Coach Smith's going to let him swing away, I do believe. And that pitch not anywhere close to the strike zone, so Peoples is going to take first base. Leeds Jenkins is going to come to the plate. And I would think that right here, Peoples is going to take second. There he goes. Ball up. Comes back to the screen. Graham comes home. Score standing up. Peoples advances to third. And the Knights take an early 1-0 lead. So Graham scores on the wild pitch. Peoples advances to third. Jenkins at the plate. Ball in the dirt. Here comes Peoples. He's going to score again on another wild pitch. So the Gators are kind of repeating what they did in the first game. First game, they really, Knights played well. Played up to the Knights standard, but the Gators gave the Knights a ton in that first game. A lot of walks, a lot of missed plays. Didn't make the routine plays that they need to do to even be competitive with West Lauderdale. So the count's 3-0. Guessing that Jenkins has the green light right here. Scores 2-0. Ball up. And so the count was 3-0. Jenkins is issued a walk. That'll bring Hunter Russell to the plate.
Your next batter is left fielder number 1, Hunter Russell.
Ball up. Count 1-0. Ball down, 2-0. Three and 0. So 3 straight pitches out of the zone to Russell. Coach Smith has not put the steal sign on for Jenkins yet. Still hasn't. That's going to hit Russell. Now the Knights have runners at first and second with 1 out. And Landry Maxwell coming to the plate. The Gators are going to make a quick pitch and change. Jadarius Mitchell's going to come in, take over the mound duties.
On the mound for the Gators, number 18, Jadarius Mitchell. Your next batter is DH number 11, Landry Maxwell.
So Landry Maxwell comes to the plate. Takes a ball inside. Maxwell's the DH, hitting for Ridge Brown. There's a drive out to left center, hit well. Going to roll up against the Parker marketing sign out in left center. And Maxwell's going to have himself an RBI double. Jenkins strolls across home plate. That'll put Hunter Russell at third. Maxwell at second. And Ryland Kennedy coming to the plate.
The batter is the third baseman, number 23, Ryland Kennedy.
Ball in the dirt. Count moves to 1-0. It's one out in the inning. Knights lead 3-0. Good swing by Kennedy. Just way out ahead of it. This count evens up at one apiece. One out in the inning. Breaking pitch from Mitchell. High and outside. Counts 2-1. Kennedy hits a towering fly ball out to center. Center fielder's under it. Center fielder makes the catch. Both runners will tag, and Kennedy will have himself a sacrifice fly. And Russell comes in to make the score 4-0. Maxwell tagged up smartly and went to third.
For 2 outs, the batter is catcher number 12, Bo Bryan.
So now Bo Bryan come to the plate. Swung right over the top of the breaking pitch. Now it moves to 0-1. 2 outs in the inning now. Nice lead, 4-0. Ground ball hit to the shortstop. Shortstop fields it cleanly, throws to first. And safe. Pulled the first baseman off the bag. First baseman couldn't make the tag on Brian. And so Brian will reach VNE 6. Zayden Moore will be the courtesy runner for the catcher.
Courtesy runner for the catcher, number 8, Zayden Moore.
And Caden Boswell will be a hitter, the right fielder. Ball inside. Moore's going to take second. Ball up, 2-0. 2 outs in the inning. Nice lead, 5-0.
The batter is right fielder, number 21, Caden Boswell.
Strike right down center cut. Count moves to 2-1. Boswell with a hot shot down in left field, right in the Knights bullpen. So deuces wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The bottom half of the first. Caden does a good job of fighting off that slow breaking pitch. Way out in front of it. We got him just enough of it to get it back to the screen. Count remains 2-2. Ball in the dirt. Count moves full, 3-2. Boswell swings, fouls it off again left-hand side. Just having a hard time waiting on it to get there. A little bit out in front. He's moved up to the front of the box, got his front foot on the line. Trying to shorten that distance between home plate and the mound so he can get his timing a little bit better. That breaking pitch is going to go. Boswell's going to duck under it. And he'll get the free pass to first. And so now Lucas Brady comes to the plate.
Luke Brady.
Luke fouls one straight back. Brady is one of the shortstop. Shortstop fields it cleanly, throws to first. And Brady's retired. But the Knights played 5 through 1. West Lauderdale leads 5-0.
We did have an inning for the Knights. There were 5 runs on 1 hit, 1 error, and 2 men left on base.
Looks like Knights have several substitutions in. Rylan Kennedy looks like he's moved over to play short.
Number 1, Justice Britt.
Braden Warren has come in to play first. Ridge Brown's returned to the mound. Bo Bryan still behind the plate. Ridge quickly gets ahead, 0-1 on fastball, center cut. Another fastball, fouled off. Woo, good pitch from Ridge. He wanted that one. That was a good location, right on the outside half. Breaking pitch, fouled off again. Count remains 1-2. Ground ball. First baseman fields it cleanly. Touches the bag at first.
Phoenix Feathers, number 18, Jadarius Mitchell.
It's like Dalen Marshall. It's moved into the third base position. Swing and a miss. Ridge quickly ahead 0-1. Tanner Spears has been called to duty at the second base slot. 0-2. So nice playing a lot of younger players right now, which is always good. Swing and a miss. 2 quick outs. Ridge Brown be the strikeout.
With 1 out, the batter's number 10, Dale Hamilton.
Count evens up 1-1. Another fastball, 1-2. Ridge has good command. Around the plate with every one of his pitches. It's good to see. Another fastball hit into short right field. Xavier Thompson makes the play, so the Knights retire 3 quick outs, move to the bottom half of the second, leading 5-0.
That half of the inning for the Gators, there were no runs, no hits, no errors. And nobody left on base.
So Xavier Thompson, the right fielder, will lead off the bottom of the second.
Number 2, Xavier Thompson.
Ball outside, 1-0. Knights have gone to play in the junior varsity team. Ball outside, 2-0. Getting young players some action, though, is always important. Giving them a little bit of game experience. Helps them grow to fill the roles that they'll have to play in a few years, if not next year. Good cut from Thompson. Fouled off the left-hand side. Count moves to 2-1. Ball out, 3-1. So Thompson runs the count to 3-1. Knights lead 5-0. Bottom of the second. Knights won the first game 16-0. Good cut from Thompson again. Evens it up. Count moves full 3-2. Fouled off to the left-hand side. There's a drive from Thompson. Gets a little bit on that one. Good play from the center fielder. Ranged over, made a good running catch in center to take a double away from Thompson. So that was a good play by Mashan LaFleur in center.
With 1 out, the batter number 18, Braden Warren.
We'll bring Braden Warren to the plate. Ball outside, 1-0. Swing and miss from Warren. Count evens up 1-1. Fly ball down the left field. Left fielder ranges over, makes the play. So, 2 quick outs for League Central.
With 2 outs, the batter number 30, Dalen Marshall.
Dalen Marshall coming to the plate. Marshall takes the strike right at the knees. Ball inside, breaking pitch. Marshall ducks just under it. Marshall hits a high fly ball. Going to get out of play. Ball. Marshall ducks straight under it. Counts 2-2 with 2 outs. Knights lead 5-0. Bottom of the second. Ball inside. Moves the count to full 3-2. Ball out to left field. Left fielder coming over, gets under it, makes the catch. So, League Central retires West Lauderdale 3 up, 3 down. And we'll go to the top half of the third. Knights leading 5-0.
In that inning for the Knights, there were no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. On the mound for the Knights, number 34, Parker Rawson.
So Parker Rawson is going to be your new pitcher for West Lauderdale. Rawson comes in having thrown 6.1 innings on the year. He's got a 1-0 record, giving up 6 hits, 3 runs, none of which were earned. Issued 3 bases on balls and struck out 6 in 6 innings, so it's a good ratio. Rawson's sporting a 0 ERA right now. We saw Parker pitch early in the year, sophomore left-hander, throws really well. Got good velocity for a sophomore.
The batter's number 11, Jonah Fisher.
Fisher will come to the plate. It's a good fastball inside, just off the plate. Rawson's going to be in the low 80s with his fastball. Another fastball inside corner this time. Yeah, it's 81. He's got a 1-1 count. Another good fastball from Parker. Quickly ahead 1-2. And based on that swing, I think I would continue to go with number 1. Another fastball. 2-2. Ball inside, runs the count full, 3-2. And strike on the inside corner, good location. Rawson delivers on a full count, gets the strikeout, so 1 out recorded. In the top half of the third, Knights lead 5-0. Knights put 5 runs up in the bottom of the first. Then made wholesale changes to the lineup. Let some of the younger kids get some experience. Fastball from Parker down and in. Counts 1-0. Good location right there by a little tail on it, moving away from that right-handed hitter. Moved right across the corner. Fastball inside corner, 1-2. So Rawson's filling it up with a fastball. There's no reason to really throw anything else unless you just want to work on it. Let's concentrate on control. Count moves to 2-2 on the inside fastball. There's a good fastball up. Gets him to chase. So another out recorded via the strikeout. So 2 quick outs in the inning.
For 2 outs, the batter number 7, Justin Triplett.
Bring Justin Triplett up, left fielder for the Gators. Fastball center cut, strike 1. So Rawson's hovering around the 78, 81, right in that zone with his fastball. Good velocity. That one's at 82. Quickly 0-2. But the most impressive thing is the command, being on the corners, inside, outside. Good fastball again. So, another out recorded via the strikeout. Rawson has a fantastic inning. The Knights carry a 5-0 lead in the bottom of the 3rd.
That inning for the Gators, there were no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. Playoff of the Knights, number 38, Tanner Spears.
So Tanner Spears, second baseman, will come up for the Knights, lead off the bottom half of the 3rd. The Knights would like to plate some runs here, put a little distance between them and the Gators. It's a ball up. 1-0 count to Tanner. Ball inside, 2-0. Mitchell's return for his 3rd inning of work for the Gators. Done a good job. Held the Knights scoreless last inning. First time I believe that's happened in this series tonight. Quick 3-0 to Spears. Imagine Coach Smith will probably give him the green light here, 3-0, if he sees something just perfect. And he swings and misses right under it, a little bit ahead of it. Count moves to 3-1. Knights have 5 runs on 1 hit. League Central, no runs on no hits. Ball in the dirt. So Spears will get the free pass to first. That'll be Landry Maxwell to the plate.
Batter number 10, Landry Maxwell.
Spears takes off on the pass ball. Will stand on second base and be in scoring position for Maxwell. Maxwell's 1 for 1, double his last time up. Called strike inside. Count evens up 1-1. Maxwell swings at a ball a little bit low. Moves to count to 1-2. It is difficult to lay off that slow pitching, though. It looks so good coming to you. That one fell just out of the strike zone below the knees. Ball up, 2-2. Night hitters need to really realize that Leake Central pitching is not going to throw it past them. They can wait as long as they possibly can and probably still turn on it and hit it to left, just like that right there. So a good swing from Maxwell. He'll have himself a 2-for-2 night. There'll be runners on the corners for Rylan Kennedy.
Your next batter, number 23, Rylan Kennedy.
Wouldn't shock me if Maxwell takes second here. Maybe not on this pitch, but the next one. Goes on the first one. Kennedy hits it out to left field. Left field arranges over, makes the play. Spears is going to tag up and come home. Plate the night 6 run of the inning. So Kennedy flies out on one pitch, but drives in the RBI.
With one out, the batter's number 12.
That'll bring up Bo Bryan. Bryan's 0 for 1 so far on the night. I'd look for Maxwell to try and get in scoring position right here. There he goes. Got a little bit of a late jump, but this nobody from Leake Central covered second in a timely manner. There was confusion there in the middle infield for Leake Central as to who had that bag. That was probably the shortstop's bag. Neither one of them was decisive in the choice. There was nobody there to take the throw. And Bryan gets plunked. He'll go to first base. Knights have runners on first and second. Zayden Moore coming to the plate. Courtesy runner for the Knights. Travion Mosley will go to first base. Ball in the dirt. Runner's not moving. Zayden hits one down third baseline, just foul. Coach Partridge fills it in the bullpen. It's like he never missed a beat from shortstop. Fouled off again. Zayden with a good cut, though. Right on that one. Just missed it just a hair. Knights lead 6-0. Bottom of 3. Knights won the first game 16-0. Playing a lot of young players in the second game. Getting them some experience. Ball up. Count evens up 2 apiece. Ball outside. Count runs full, 3-2. Ball inside, just nicks Zayden's shirt. Umpire calls dead ball, hit by pitch. Knights Brady.
batter's number 15, Luke Brady.
So Luke is 0 for 1. Ball low and in the dirt. Ball outside, 2-0. Knights would love to plate several more runs in this inning to shorten this game a little bit. Ball inside, call strike, 2-1. That's not one Luke wanted, though. This has been a tough one to handle. If he does hit that, he hits it off the handle or he pulls it hard, foul. That's one he can do something with. It's going to loop right over the shortstop's head. And so Brady's going to have himself an RBI single. Throw comes into home. Knights will stay with the bases loaded and run the score 7-0 on a good piece of hitting by Luke Brady. That'll bring Xavier Thompson to the plate. Thompson's 0 for 1.
The batter's number 2, Xavier Thompson.
Ball up and away, 1-0. Knights have pushed their lead out to 7-0. The Knights have only had 3 hits, but don't let that deceive you. They've gotten a lot of free passes. Not been a whole lot of errors made by League Central, just a lot of free bases, and then when the Knights had something to hit, they've made the most of it. There's a good drive. Out to left center. Center fielder comes over and makes a fantastic catch. Called him out. Runner's going to score and tag. But that's an excellent effort out there by the center fielder to floor for League Central. Really, really good effort. Let's see if the runner at second tagged. And indeed he did. So there'll be 2 outs. The Knights will push the lead out to 8-0. Braden Warren will come to the plate.
Batter number 18, Braden Warren.
There's the drive out to left center. Hit really well. Left fielder goes over. Ball pops out of his glove. Can't make the play. Knights score 1. Hold the runners up at second and third. Moves the score to 9-0. Braden Warren hit that ball really well out to left field. Left fielder just couldn't handle it. Dalen Marshall coming to the plate. Marshall hits a drive down in the left field corner. Hit really well up against the Jimmy John sign. So that was a well-struck ball by Marshall. And that's going to plate 2. It'll move the score to 11-0 Knights. Marshall certainly has some power. So Leake Central make a pitching change. They'll go to the shortstop, Christian Carson.
On the mound for the Gators, number 8, Christian Carson. The 2 outs, the batter's number 38, Tanner Spears.
So Tanner Spears will come to the plate. Strike on the outside half, moves the count to 0-1. So the shortstop comes in to pitch Christian Carson for Leake Central. Looks like Fisher has moved over to play shortstop for the Gators. Spears swings and misses, moves the count to 1-2. Good job by Spears to fight off a well-placed breaking ball. Fouls it off to the right-hand side. Count stays 1-2. 2 outs. Knights lead 11-0. Ball inside. 2-2. Swinging and missing Spears. Side's retired. But the Knights played 6. Pushed their lead out to 11-0 going into the top half of the 4th.
That half leading for the Knights, there were 6 runs on 3 hits, 1 error, and 1 man left on base. tonight, number 23, Riley Kennedy.
So the Knights have gone to the pen again. Rylan Kennedy will come in. Get him an inning of work. Parker Rawson had a fantastic inning last time, but now the Knights are just trying to get some arms, some work, especially the younger guys, because they will definitely need them later into the season. So 11-0, West Lauderdale. Fastball from Kennedy, outside half, called strike. Pitcher Christian Carson to plate. Another fastball. Carson way behind that one. Quickly 0-2.
LeAnn LaFleur.
And 3 straight pitches from Kennedy, retires the hitter. So 1 quick out in the top half of the 4th. Now this will bring up Christian Carson. He's now pitching. That was LaFleur, the leadoff hitter, center fielder. Carson comes to the plate. Carson's 0 for 1. Ball outside from Kennedy. Another fastball from Kennedy. Got good command of that fastball. Just rearing back and slinging it in there. Ryland's 80, 81. I think 81's been his top so far. Fouled off. Kennedy's a freshman. It's pretty good velocity for a freshman. He'll certainly add several miles an hour between now and the time he graduates. 1-2 count, 1 out. Knights lead 11-0. Good breaking pitch right there. 12-6er. Good sharp break. So 2 outs via the strikeout. That'll bring Josso Harris to the plate.
Number 3, Josso Harris.
Fastball from Kennedy, a little low. Fastball just off the plate. Count 2-0. Good fastball there. Kennedy put his hip and shoulder right in the mitt. Fired it right where he wanted to go. It's amazing how much mechanics matter in strike throwing. That was definitely a good, clean delivery from Kennedy. Here's another one fouled off again, 2-2. So 2-2 count, 2 outs. Knights up 11-0. There's a fastball, just low and away. Good location from Ryland. Count one's full, 3-2. And a little bit low, ball 4. So Kennedy loses Harris. Harris will take first base via the walk. And that'll bring up Justice Britt.
Your next batter, number 1, Justice Britt.
Good fastball right over the inside half, right. First time Ryland's come over that inside corner. And staying away from most hitters. Another good fastball. Count quickly out 0-2. Ryland should just stick with that pitch right here. Doesn't appear that Britt can catch up with that. Set up off the plate. Fastball right there, and that's it. So, Kennedy gets all 3 outs via the strikeout. Knights will carry 11-0 lead into the bottom of the 4th.
And that half an inning for the Gators, there were no runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base.
All right, going into the bottom half of the 4th. Christy Carson will return to the mound for the Gators. Ball outside. Throw the ball off the plate, moves the count to 2-0. Cooper Rayner's your hitter. Ball up, 3-0. Swing and a miss from Rayner, can move the count to 3-1. Ball inside. That'll put Rayner at first base. And that'll bring you pitcher Ryland Kennedy to the plate. Kennedy takes one up. Rayner easily takes second. Thought about going to third, and the ball that skips into center field, but really no reason to right there. And smartly stays at second. No reason to chance that. Pitch is behind Kennedy. Moves to count to 2-0. Kennedy swings, fouls one off the left-hand side. Count moves to 2-1. Ball on 3-1. Fouls off. Count moves to 3-2. Fly ball out to right field, drifting into foul territory, and right fielder can't make the play. So Kennedy will return to his at bat with a count 3-2. Nice lead, 11-0. Bottom of the fourth. So after this game concludes tonight, the night's next scheduled game is at home this Saturday, March the 9th against Southeast Lauderdale at 1, followed by a game between West Lauderdale and Starkville at 5. So that'll be your next action. Kennedy gets the free pass to first. That'll bring Bo Bryan to the plate.
Courtesy runner number 42, Travion Mosley.
Travion Mosley
12, Bo Bryan.
Running for the pitcher Kennedy. Strike on a slow breaking pitch. That's really a tough one on Bryan. The ball probably crossed Bryan in his shoulders, but was caught in the zone. Ground ball to third base. Third baseman catches it, steps on third, throws to first. Ball gets past first. Runner's going to advance to third. They're going to hold him up there. So that'll be the first out of the inning. Cole Russell's going to courtesy run for Bo Bryan. And Zayden Moore is going to get an at bat. 2 runners in scoring position. Ball in the dirt, 1-0. Ball behind Zayden, 2-0. Ball in the dirt, 3-0. So Zayden's quickly ahead, 3-0. Ball forward. He'll take the free pass to first. That'll bring up Luke Brady.
The batter is number 15.
Brady's 1 for 2, scored a run, drove in a run. Had himself a pretty good night tonight. Good swing, just a little bit underneath it. Count runs to 0-1. Knights up 11-0. They'd like to drive in these runs, and I believe that would do it for the evening. If we could just get one more home. Ball outside. There's the runner coming home. And he is safe. And that's ball games. The Knights win game 2 via the run rule, 12-0. So I believe Ridge Brown's going to be a winning pitcher. He is. Ridge went 3 innings, struck out 5. Kennedy came in relief, went 1 inning, struck out 3. Marshall and Maxwell had doubles. Landry Maxwell had 3 total bases. Rylan Kennedy had 2 sacrifice flies. Maxwell was 2 for 2 on the night, 2 runs scored, 1 RBI. Marshall was 1 for 2 at 2 RBIs, so the younger guys got in the game, made a difference. Certainly played well. Brady 1 for 2, 1 run scored, 1 RBIs. So the Knights run to 2-0 in district. You know, top 4 teams advance to the playoffs, so you need to win your district games. But as I mentioned just a second ago, the Knights will again play on Saturday. They'll take on Southeast Lauderdale and then turn around and play Starkville. So that'll be 2 good games this Saturday, March the 9th. Starkville's always a tough team. I believe they're 7A classification now. If they're not 7A, they're 6A. Southeast Lauderdale always fields a good program, but they'll be on campus this Saturday, 1 at 1 p.m. when their Southeast plays West Lauderdale. And then Starkville will be the Tufala game at 5 p.m. So the Knights take both from Leake Central via the run rule, 16-0 and 12-0. Knights start the season off right, 2-0 in district. We will see you Saturday for West Lauderdale Baseball and West Lauderdale Athletics. This is Marcus Willis signing